Srimata, Sri Maharajni, Srimat Simhasaneswari. Vasinyadi Devatas composed Lalitasahasranamam at her behest. Hayagriva Swami, an incarnation of Vishnu, explained all these things to Agastya. We are in 170th sloka. Chaitanyarghya Samarajya Chaitanya Kusuma Priya Sadodita Sadatushta Tarunaditya Patala. Let us see. This Chaitanya means Jnani. Chaitanyam, that is, there is a live, that particular thing we call. Chaitanya means Atma. So, the Jnani is giving arghyam. He is not giving water. Oblation means water as oblation. He is not giving that. He is offering his Atma as arghyam. So that is Chaitanya arghya. That is more important. Others, all things which you are giving physically in the form of water or flower, that is all jadam. So that is the idea. With the perfect jnanam, jnani is offering his Atma as an offering. That is the idea. Then here we have to worship Divine Mother by concentrating of devotee's Atma with that of Divine Mother. When you are offering that particular one, your own heart, your own Atma, which is here, it is uniting with the Divine Mother. With that feeling, you offer Divine Mother. I know you are the same person. You are here. I am also here in this at a small park. I am with you. I am only you. Ma, you offer. I am offering myself to you. Like that, you have to surrender your Atma, yourself as a jnanam, through the jnana with the understanding, not physically bowing out. That is symbolic. With that jnanam, with that feeling, with that understanding that you and Divine Mother is not separate, and you are in that particular way, you are offering your jnanam to her. That particular way, that is arghyam, that giving water or oblation. That is Chaitanya argha. Chaitanyarghya Samarajya. That is how she is Arajya. That is where prayer is happening that way. Chaitanya Kusuma Priya. In a similar way, this normal flowers, they are jada. Because the flower you have plucked, the flower won't move. The flower, you have to, if you keep it in one place, it is there only. It doesn't have any chaitanyam. That means it won't move. But you are moving. That the flower is nothing but a jnana pushpam. That is to be offered. Divine Mother has got everything. What she doesn't have is your mind. Sringeri Shankaracharya was telling very clearly, Bharati Tirtha Swami, Divine Mother or Divine Father has got everything. What they do not have is your mind. Whether you have kept your mind or not. You say, I have put 1 lakh flowers, I have done it. 1 lakh pujas, I have done it. But all that is okay. But whether your mind is there, even one time also in that particular one. So we are not belittling that aspect. But that also, apart from that, with that feeling that this flower also is representing the Divine Mother, and there is a Divine Mother in this particular flower also, and I am offering to her with all the devotion. With that feeling, if you do it, to some extent, Chaitanyam comes into picture. And the best Chaitanyam is offering your jnanam as a flower. And there are, in Bhavanopanishad also it is mentioned, jnanam, arghyam, like that it is mentioned, Upanishads. The Kusuma also it is mentioned. Then Antarmukha Samarajya, Bahirmukha Sudhurlabha, that is explained earlier itself. She is always available through the internal going inside and feeling that you and Divine Mother are not separate. That feeling should be uppermost. It is not understanding, but really at that highest level, Jnani will have it. Others must try in various stages. Then there are 8 types of flowers with which Ashta Vidha Puja, what we call it. When you do not have the flowers also, Ahimsa, Indriya Nigraham, Daya, Shama, Shantam, Tapas, Jnanam, Satyam. These are the flowers. These are the controlling yourself senses and no himsa, no trouble to any other living or non-living. Then kindness, then forgive nature, then peace, then meditation, then jnanam, wisdom. realization of things, and then Satyam, telling truth. These are the real flowers. Without these things, you may do 1 lakh flowers, 1 lakh times you may do, but without these things, you will not have it. You will not have the result of that particular one. That is Jnana Kusuma is not there. Chaitanya Kusuma is not there in that particular one. So, whatever the Shanmukha Sharma rightly told, whatever worship you are doing, whatever be the mode, if you yourself involve in that fully. When you are taking cup of coffee, every drop of every spoon of that particular one you are taking, you are enjoying. And when you are taking mango juice, every juice of that particular one, you are enjoying every second. You have paid 50 rupees for that one piece of mango. You want to enjoy every second of that particular one. That means your whole attention is there. Like that, the Divine Mother, when you are flowing one flower or whatever you are doing, fully involved, with all the humility and with all the feeling pouring out from all your heart, with the devotion, with the sincerity and feeling, the Divine Mother is there very much in this flower, the fun flower you are holding, and you are offering to her really. That kind of feeling should be there. With that thing, if it is there, this is Jnana Yajna. Here, what is Jnana Yajna means? 4th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, 33 sloka, very clearly tells, Sreyan Dravya Mayajna Jnat Jnana Yajna Parantapaha Sarvam Karma Akhilam Parda Jnane Parisavapyate. O Parantapa, Arjuna, all these money, materials that are used in yajna, more than that is very costly, that is time consuming. More than that, Jnana Yajna is very sacred, and that is the top. And all karmas, means actions, they get ended, finality, ultimately, in the Jnanam. With the Jnanam, it gets fulfilled. If Jnanam, you have realized the Jnanam, realized it not only theoretically, you got the wisdom fully, that Divine Mother and yourself, Aham Brahmasmi, and feeling it there strongly, and you are dedicating yourself, then all the yajnas are not required at all. That was the idea. Then with that type of maturity, sadotitaya, sadoti yai namaha, sada udati. That means always, udati means raising. It is not like, udati means just like sun, it is raising. There is no sunset. For Divine Mother, there is no sunset. It is always rising. Another meaning is Sat Udati. That means with all good things, she is raising. With all good things, she is associated. With all Sat people, with good people, good devotee people, she is always rising in them. That is the one. So, the Jnanam will rise only with good people, with sincere people, with humility. That is more important. That with those people only the Divine Mother will be rising. Udita means Utkrusta. That is the top. When we say Bhanumandala Majjasta, like that, it was explained like that. Here, Sat means Brahma Swarupam, that is known as Sat. Here one explanation was given. Smaranamatrena, even you think of Divine Mother, immediately she udita, that she comes out in your mind. Her figure comes out in your mind, in your here also in the heart. Udita, that is important. Yatma smareti devi raschet na samsayah. The moment you think of her, smarana, she comes out. We may or may not believe it, but when we think, is it happening? That may be our feelings. But the Father, Divine Father, He Chaitanya, we are Jada. If our name is called, we may or may not properly respond. But it is not the case with the Divine Mother and Divine Father. They know it, but they will be responding in their own way. But you do not know whether you may be feeling whether they are listening you or not. But they are definitely listening. This is confirmed. I like this interpretation. Then Sada Om Sada Tushtayai Namaha. She is always satisfied with herself. What does it mean? She is ever blissful with herself only. That is, she is in Brahmananda, more than Brahmananda. She is Ananda, Sachidananda Swarupa. She is always Ananda. She is always with Ananda and happy with herself only. She doesn't need. That was mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita also. A man who is satisfied with himself, he doesn't crave for anything. He is already fulfilled, fully satisfied with himself only. Another explanation is she is bliss engendered in the minds of devotees. That means she gives rise to bliss to the devotees, sincere devotees, to who Sat people who are following all those things. Indriya Nigrahanam, Ahimsa, Shantam, Tapas, Daya, Shema, Jnanam, Satyam, all these people. If such qualities are there, then this particular bud of Jnanam, Udita, that becomes blossoming. That is how it happens. Then, Om Tarunaditya Patalayai Namaha. Taruna means youthful sun. That means rising sun is symbolically what we call it is slightly red and sometimes white. The red and white colors together, that is known as patala. Patala, if flower is there with the white and red colors, that is how it is like a crimson, like rising sun. One explanation, just like rising sun with white and red color, she is rising. That means she is giving jnana. That is the idea. But somehow, let me say here, in Aditya Hridayam, other things also, the Ushak Kalam, that is early morning hours. In Rudram also it was said, the rising sun, if it is seen, our mind will be very fresh and it gets blossomed easily. That was mentioned elsewhere. So these are the ideas that are provided. Narada also says it looks in Avirbhavam, the moment you think of that particular one, immediately it comes out. So only thing is we have to believe this particular one. It depends upon the faith, the degree of faith we have got it. It may be slowly developed, nothing to worry about it. But at least we are putting the seed here, and it will. You think on that particular one, and antarmukha you go more and more. It doesn't mean that you should not offer flowers. If you go on offering flowers one day, you will realize that you get the capacity, you get the status of jnanam slowly, and at a stage the flowers requirement may not be there. It looks Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was putting flowers to that God idol, Divine Mother. Suddenly he felt that why I am putting there, the Divine Mother is here only. So he started putting flowers on himself, on his own head. So these things will happen. So what the conclusion is, you make the prayer sincerely, not mechanically. Some half an hour I sat there, 1 lakh flowers I have given it, 1 lakh names I have done it. This counting and this 2 hours I was sitting there, that is not a thing, but quality of the meditation and the quality of devotion, that matters, nothing else. Om Tat Sat.